Good morning.
Good morning, Sunbury Housewives. I'm Michelle.
MJ. We are on depression session 2. This is... I don't even know where to start with this. We've been tested.
Yeah.
She has written out a lot. I don't know if it's best if she just reads it a little bit at a time and then we
can discuss.
Yeah, maybe that's the best way to do it.
Okay. But yeah, this is part 2.
We did have a situation.
Yeah. I guess that's the best as described. It was said it was not geared towards us.
It was.
But, I mean, yeah. Whether it was or it wasn't, we were affected by it.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way.
And we had to marinate on it for a week. Almost a week.
Yeah. Several days before we made this video because that's how badly it was affected. And if we had made that video right away, it would not be this calm.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you can see, I was not in the spirit of putting anything on my face. She has an appointment later, so.
Yeah.
But we're just going to jump right in because this might end up being a lengthy video. We're hoping not, but there's a possibility that it might be. If our sounds a little different, it's because our mic, for some reason, has stopped working, so we're using the mic that's already on the camera.
But the mic was kind of foggy anyway. So.
Yeah, it was making that hissing sound that everybody was hearing. So, we're just going to jump right into
the letter.
The
notes,
whatever. So, it starts out with depression. It is real. Not everyone experiences it, but those that do, it is very, very real. Period. Someone close to us said some pretty hurtful things and posted a video that she agreed with 100%. That depression is all in your head. Then began contradicting herself. This person has never had to, 1, deal with real depression herself, 2, deal with her child going through depression and wonder if today was the day you may find your child not alive. And 3, lose a family member to suicide because such severe depression that they thought they didn't need their medication and couldn't handle the depression any longer. And it got too much to deal with. And they saw no way out other than take their own life. You don't know what it's like. Guess what? Suicide's not the way out. It doesn't have to be. If you need your medication, take the medication. Like we said before, not all medications work for everybody. You have to work closely with your doctors to see what works for you, but you have to be willing to accept and work at it. Do not listen to people who say you can do it by just being positive. If you are truly in depression, it is a chemical imbalance, and no amount of happy thoughts will change that just because some chick on the internet says so.
An ignorant chick, by the way.
Yes. Depression is real, just like cancer is real, and epilepsy is real, and PTSD is real. It should not be downplayed because another person has never experienced it. I've never had cancer. But I would never say, just think happy thoughts and it'll go away. That's just ridiculous and offensive to everyone who has lost their battle to cancer and who is battling cancer now. I've had good days. It doesn't mean I stopped taking my medication. It means the medication is working and doing what it should be. I have my bad days. Does it mean my medication isn't working? No. It just means I'm having a bad day. If a person has never dealt with true depression, they cannot understand that thought process at all. Those of you who do will know exactly what I'm saying. If every day becomes a bad day, this is when you tell your doctor. Medication dosages or changes may need to be addressed.
Often. But you'll get there. You'll get to your happy, your stable self.
Right.
Just takes time.
And it's things like this instance that can really do damage to a person. So just know. But before you go and start diagnosing people that you honestly know nothing about, please think of a person's feelings. Not everyone has the luxury of being healthy. Not everyone can be so lucky. You can do more harm by judging others just by being silent and let them live their lives the way they and their professional doctor see it necessary. If I could change my situation, I would. Anyone dealing with this would if you ask them, but it's not that simple. So please, for the sake of people's lives, stop judging. And think before another person is hurt by words spoken that you know nothing about. Yes, this hurt me because of who it came from. But I am strong, and luckily I won't let this bring me down. To anyone struggling with depression, seek help if you're not already seeking help. Do not let it go. Yes, you will still have bad days, but they will be less and less, and you will be happy you found help. You apologized, yet it felt empty. No real emotion behind it, placed the reasoning behind other people and saying that you were only using us as examples. Stating we drink 1,000-calorie drinks and don't care of ourselves to make us feel better overall. This couldn't be further from the truth.
Side note, Starbucks, sugar-free and heavy cream, low carb, 5 carbs per venti size. So don't assume because you see us with a
large coffee
that it's full of whatever. It's not fair.
No.
It's unfair. You're sitting back judging and you have no idea. You don't know. Anyway.
We do have occasional Starbucks and Tim Hortons, but the truth is, for myself, a Tim Hortons or Starbucks maybe once a week thing, but they are nowhere near 1,000-calorie drinks. And stating that we don't take care of ourselves, making it sound like we are sitting in a recliner, gorging on junk food all day long, when in reality, my medication messes with my appetite and I barely eat. In fact, I have lost weight, but you wouldn't know that because you're too busy judging my life than to know what's really going on. I've accepted my medical issues because I don't have a choice but to. Epilepsy is not a choice. Along with epilepsy is depression and anxiety. If you've done your research, you would have known that. Thyroid disease isn't a choice. So before you start judging me for my medical choices, please educate yourself on them. Which, by the way, a lot of medication causes weight gain that we have no control over. Not everyone is as fortunate to be genetically thin and healthy. In closing, I want to say that I'm happy you've never had to deal with a fraction of what we've had to endure. And I pray that you never have to.
Me too. Because I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
No.
So, I think we pretty much touched on everything as far as the situation that we just went through in the past couple of days. Like I said, if I was a weaker person, I wouldn't have been able to handle it.
Mm-mm.
I'd have been in a corner somewhere in fetal position crying.
Yeah.
But I know what I do for my health. I know that I'm on medication to better myself. I can't take a pill that's going to make me skinny.
No.
It's not. I just can't. And I can't change that I have PTSD because I was victimized. You know, I was in a very, very, very abusive relationship for a long time. And I can't take away thyroid disease, and neither can she. Can't take away her epilepsy. Can't take away my back issues. You know, and some of these things we agreed with her. You know, a lot of it is weight related. But what started the weight? You know, what started the weight gain? It was physical illnesses. And then we got to the point where it was starting to affect our body.
It becomes a catch-22. Like with my knees. You know, your knees hurt, which makes it difficult to exercise. And when you exercise, it makes your knees hurt worse. So it becomes a catch-22. Yes, there are other things that you can do. But then you've got your medication, which is a blockage of you losing any weight. I am losing weight because I literally am only eating maybe one full meal a day.
I have to tell her to eat.
Yeah.
I tell her all the time.
And so does my husband. So, is that healthy? No, it's not. But that is some of the medications that I'm taking, and I believe it's probably my epilepsy medicine, that is suppressing my appetite. So,
wish mine would.
But it's there, you know, there's just all these different factors. But for someone, especially someone so close, to be that judging,
flat out mean.
Right.
Mean.
To be that judging without even knowing. You know, I don't sit there and just walk around with it written on my back or my chest or here's all the issues that I have.
Please don't judge me because I have a weight problem.
Right.
You know, I mean, what can we do? Explain.
I laugh about my weight because that's how I cope.
Yeah.
Do I want to be fat? No. But I make fun of it because that's how I cope with it. It's just how we deal.
I was told by my family doctor, who I trust with all my being. He's been my doctor for almost 10 years. He said with the medication that I'm on, no amount of dieting it will maintain my weight. He said he'd be very surprised if it makes me lose weight. So I struggle with being chronically dieting.
You get to a certain point.
Just to maintain this. So don't come at me like I'm sitting around eating bonbons all day.
Right.
I'm not. And I don't even want to dwell on the weight issue, honestly. I'd rather stick with the depression issue because I'm okay with... I don't care if you judge me for that because I know that I try. And I don't care what your opinion is. I didn't ask for your medical opinion. You're not a medical doctor. I've got enough doctors.
And frankly, the video that you shared was of the same lady who fat shamed people.
Yeah.
And her opinion is ignorant. So, you know, for you to agree 100% with the depression being all in someone's head, you know, I kind of wonder if you agree with her on that. Do you agree with the fat shaming video too?
Yeah.
You know, it just makes me question. You know, are you that ashamed of me?
Yep.
So, I don't know. I guess that's all I have to really say.
Yeah. What?
Wow, that was a lot quicker than I thought.
Yeah, we still have a little bit of time. I also want to touch on, like I said, with the PTSD. That's a major hurdle for me because I still work on that. I go to my therapist today. I know I joke about that constantly, but it's a lifesaver. I go to my therapist. I regulate my medication. I take it as directed, and I do what I'm supposed to do. And you lose your father and your brother within a short period of time. You tell me that I'm supposed to wish that away, or that I'm supposed to
think positively about it.
Think positive when I watched my brother on life support for a week. I watched my dad on life support for 3 weeks. You know, you tell me how I'm supposed to feel.
And we've never had to deal with that.
No, and your family, no. And like I kept, during this whole situation that has just came about, I constantly keep saying, as mean and hateful as that was, I don't wish you this.
Well, right.
I don't.
No.
Because if you lose someone, it was enough to lose your cousin under those circumstances.
My cousin?
Andy's cousin.
Nephew.
Our
nephew.
Nephew. And I'm talking about
your cousin.
I meant my cousin.
Yeah.
She also committed suicide. But, you know, it was so hurtful, but I still don't want you to ever
experience it. No.
I'm not that hateful. So, I don't know. I just feel like that this took us off track of what we were trying to accomplish.
But this is the only way that we could really respond.
Because if not, it would have been ugly and it would have took us out of character.
And that's not who we want to be.
I don't wish nothing bad on her.
Mm-mm.
I don't. I just wish that God puts a little bit of empathy in her and a little bit of, you know, knowledge to know that this is not something that we chose, and it's something that I'll deal with the rest of my life. And if my husband can understand it and my husband is supportive, that's all that matters to me.
Right.
You know, your opinion honestly did not matter to me. It hurt me.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter because I know and he knows. So it is what it is, and I don't know. I thought we were gonna cry a little bit.
Well, I had to stop myself a couple times.
I did too. But I just had to change the subject. But you can't become cold-hearted. You can't become heartless. You know, this medication makes you numb. It makes you almost to the point where
You have no feelings.
you can't cry. You can't, you're just, you're just monotone. You don't have any happiness. You don't have any sadness. You just live. And that's, that's the sad reality of
But it's better than the alternative.
these diseases. But what do? Do you be skinny and mental, or stable and gain a little weight? What's the alternative? Like, to me, I chose what I chose.
And that's for every individual to choose, and not for some lady on the internet to judge everybody over. That's our opinion.
Opinions. Everybody's got one.
Yep. Alrighty.
Well, that's it for part 2. We didn't mean to actually have things turn out this way, but they did. Life happens.
Yep.
But we will be back soon. We have a giveaway to this month's giveaway. Do you want to show them?
I think it's in the drawer.
This drawer?
No. I think in the other desk.
Oh, I ain't going over there.
Yeah, no.
It's a Morphe palette, and it's, right?
Yeah.
It's the Morphe palette this month, so we'll be doing a, like we typically do, a question from one of our videos, and it kind of sucks that you have to watch these sad videos to get to it, but,
It is what it is.
Yeah. But, but, we will let you go.
Yep.
And, we might make another video.
Yeah.
Because I've got another issue to talk about.
Yeah.
So.
Had to put ears on for that one.
Yeah. Because, Lord. Mm-mm-mm.
All right.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.